Hello everyone, welcome to channel. David Beador, best known to Bravo fans as the ex-husband of Real Housewives of Orange County star Shannon Beador, once projected the image of a grounded businessman with a quiet demeanor, but beneath that calm exterior has always existed a storm brewing, and in recent years, that storm's name is Lesley. David and Lesley Cook Beador's relationship has never been traditional. It began in controversy, escalated quickly, and spiraled into a whirlwind of love, marriage, accusations, and now restraining orders. Their story, filled with passion and pain, has become the kind of reality soap opera that Bravo itself couldn't have scripted better, and now, they're back in the spotlight but not for reconciliation. Only days after David filed a restraining order against Lesley citing violent abuse, the couple was spotted sitting together casually at a luxury resort, not speaking in court, not exchanging custody. Sitting together, peacefully. Publicly, paparazzi caught it. And the world collectively gasped. Chapter 2. From wedding vows to court hearings. David and Lesley's marriage began in October 2020. They appeared smitten, flaunting their whirlwind romance on social media and in court documents alike. But behind the scenes, things were messy. By 2022, they had already filed for divorce once, then reconciled, then filed again. The marriage was a pendulum swinging between legal filings and Instagram kisses. Some saw it as dramatic. Others saw it as toxic. Their daughter, Anna Love Beador, was born in early 2021, a symbol of new beginnings that, tragically, has since become a tug-of-war centerpiece between the warring parents. Chapter 3. The Restraining Order heard around reality TV on June 17, 2025. David made headlines by filing for a restraining order against Lesley. The allegations were jarring. Lesley had allegedly gouged a chunk of skin from David's arm. She reportedly slapped him 4 times during an argument on June 11. David accused her of being a pathological liar, who weaponized their daughter and their finances. In his court declaration, David claimed Lesley didn't just want out, she wanted control, vengeance, and attention. He painted her as manipulative, violent, and dangerously unhinged. For many, the filing came as no surprise. The Beadors' battles were public, prolonged, and poisonously personal. But then came the twist no one saw coming. Chapter 4. Together, again. Why? Only days after the restraining order was filed, David and Lesley were photographed vacationing together in Montana. Not arguing. Not exchanging custody. Just sitting side by side. A drink in his hand. A phone in hers. And a shared silence that screamed, "What is going on? Why would someone spend time with the person they just accused of physical assault? Is it possible this is a co-parenting moment gone awry? Or are these two stuck in a cycle that they simply don't know how to break?" Theories exploded online. They're faking it for custody leverage. This is trauma bonding at its worst. They're addicted to the chaos. Whatever the reason, the optics were undeniable. David and Lesley were together again. Just days after accusing each other of some of the darkest behavior imaginable. Chapter 5. A history of hurt and headlines. This isn't their first round of legal fireworks. Lesley herself had filed a restraining order against David in 2024, accusing him of emotional abuse and controlling behavior. That order was ultimately dismissed. Their court records are littered with accusations of credit card bans, extortion attempts, custody disagreements, emotional trauma, and physical altercations. They've weaponized Instagram posts, shared screenshots, and used public interviews to tear each other down. And now, even as legal proceedings loom again, they're together, perhaps sharing a drink, a moment, or simply their next bad decision. Chapter 6. The toll on their daughter. Perhaps the most tragic piece of this entire saga is their young daughter, Anna Love. At just 4 years old, she's already witnessed more instability than many endure in a lifetime. Both parents claim to act in her best interest. Both say the other is dangerous. Both are fighting for control. But what does Anna see? She sees 2 adults whose love seems indistinguishable from war. She sees courtrooms and cameras, social media statements and supervised exchanges. And one day, she will likely see the thousands of articles written about the chaos she was born into. Chapter 7. The psychology of it all. Relationship experts often use the term toxic loop, a cycle of intense emotional highs and devastating lows that keeps couples stuck in a pattern of dysfunction. It's a psychological trap, often found in cases where one or both parties suffer from trauma, emotional instability, or a need for control. David and Lesley exhibit all the signs. rapid relationship escalation, multiple attempts to separate, public smearing, legal threats, reconciliation, and then, back again. This could be trauma bonding. It could be a narcissist empath dynamic. It could be codependency, but it's certainly not healthy. Chapter 8, A Bravo Legacy of Dysfunction. Fans remember the David from Real Housewives of Orange County. He was calm, sarcastic, seemingly unimpressed with the reality TV world around him. But even then, cracks showed. His marriage to Shannon Beador disintegrated on screen. He had an affair. He left her emotionally shattered. He filed for divorce and battled her in court for years, now with Lesley. It's not much different except this time there are allegations of violence, not just infidelity and abandonment. It seems David Beador is less a character and more a case study in why reality stars should probably stay off reality TV. Chapter 9. What comes next? A court hearing is scheduled for July 8, 2025, where the judge will decide whether David's restraining order will be extended, dismissed, or made permanent. But what happens after that? If history is any guide, one of two things will occur. They'll separate again. Publicly, loudly, maybe even legally. They'll reconcile again, quietly, confusingly, and completely at odds with everything they've just alleged. Either way, the damage is already done. Not just to each other, but to their reputations, their child, and their futures. Chapter 10. Public reactions and pop culture impact. The public has weighed in. Social media posts, Reddit forums, and podcasts have all lit up with commentary. Some mock, some sympathize, others are simply exhausted by it all. In a culture obsessed with scandal and spectacle, the Beadors have unwittingly become a symbol of relationship dysfunction. They're not celebrities by talent, they're celebrities by tragedy. And in today's world, that might be enough. Final words. A cautionary tale. The saga of David and Lesley Beador isn't just tabloid fodder. It's a reflection of deeper truths about how unresolved trauma manifests in relationships, about how fame and dysfunction often go hand in hand, about how legal systems can only do so much when love and logic no longer coexist. And most importantly, it's a reminder that some stories, no matter how meant to entertain, they're meant to warn. Let this be one.